Hello and welcome back to the FSS Football channel and today's match preview for the Manchester City versus Manchester United game. Of course, the Manchester Derby. Now, Manchester City come into this game on what is an incredible 21 game winning streak. They've won 21 games on the bounce. What on earth is that? Manchester United, of course, coming to the game off the back of what was the most boring game, arguably in Premier League history, in our 0-0 draw with Crystal Palace, where we managed one shot on target all game, and that came from Nemanja Matic. Of course, we have played Manchester City before this season. We've played them in the Carabao Cup, where we lost 2-0, and we played them in the Premier League, where we drew 0-0. That Carabao Cup game was the most recent game, and it was same old, same old. I imagine it's going to be the same old today. I think we're going to sit deep. I think we're going to try and defend. Just hope we don't concede. And if we can go up the other end and get a goal, perfect. But we're gonna focus and concentrate on just not conceding, which I don't know how I feel about it. Of course, Man City are going to be a hard team. But is that what we are now? Are we just a team that will sit back and not lose against the big sides? Or do we actually want to go out and win it? For me, you'll never win Premier League titles by sitting back and defending all the time. So if we have real aspirations, we need to start thinking, you know what, let's actually go into attack teams, especially the big teams, rather than maybe we'll sit back and maybe we'll get a goal, because Manchester City aren't vulnerable to that counter-attack like they were last year. And obviously that's why we beat them so often. Manchester City are incredible. You don't go on a 21 game winning streak without being an incredible side. But West Ham showed that you can do something against them. West Ham nearly and probably should have got something in that game if it weren't for John Stones and Diaz both picking up goals. They would have got something. They completely nullified Manchester City's attack, and like I said, they scored a goal. And on another day, they could have got something in that game. I think that proves that we are good enough. Well, at least we have good enough players to cause Manchester City problems. It's just whether or not we will go out to do that. Anyway, Manchester City injury-wise, absolutely spotless. They haven't got really any injury issues whatsoever, especially to key players. Aguero's looking back. He was on the bench and will probably start in this game. De Bruyne, he's back. They've just got an incredible team and they're all fit for Man City today. Whereas Manchester United, on the other hand, we've got a few injuries. David De Gea, of course he's not injured. He is out with this game, however, because he's with his wife after they've just had their first child. Which, congratulations to David De Gea and his wife. Paul Pogba is also out still with his injury, as is Juan Mata. Donny van der Beek and Anthony Martial are doubts. Anyway, with that in mind, this is my prediction for today's team. So in goal, Dean Henderson, he will undoubtedly be the number one today. Like I said, David De Gea is out in Spain with his wife. So Dean Henderson obviously comes in from our backup to be our main goalkeeper for today. Then the back four, I would go Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Then I'll go Eric Bailly, Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw. I think, especially if it is Aguero playing, Bailly could be huge for us. I think Bailly on his own, it would just be big for us. I think he's very quick and it would allow us to play a little bit higher up. Although, would I be too opposed to Victor Lindelof playing if we are playing very defensive and just low block? Not really. Then midfield two, I would go for Fred and Matic. I think Matic has to play, and I don't think McTominay played amazingly well when he came on, but he wasn't terrible. McTominay could be in there really. I've just gone for Fred. Then in the front line, I would go for Marcus Rashford on the left. I'll go for Dan James on the right, Bruno Fernandes at 10, and Edinson Cavani up top. Mainly because who else do we have? I wouldn't start Greenwood in this game. I think it's a big game. I don't think you can really trust Greenwood. If you are, I would play him up top instead of Cavani. However, I wouldn't. I think Dan James has to play. I thought he was our best player going forward against Crystal Palace, and that's not saying much. I think he's in a good run of form at the moment, Dan James, and has to play in this game. I think he will offer a lot going forward and getting back. And I think in a way can keep whoever is playing left back, whether it is Cancelo or whether it is Zinchenko, he can keep him back and keep him at bay a little bit, because he knows if he gets forward and Dan James starts running, you ain't catching him. And that's a real danger for Manchester United and, of course, for the Manchester City defence. Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford, they're match winners. I think they need to simplify their game in this one. However, I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will be telling them to do the opposite. I think Marcus Rashford will be told, fucking sprint, try and create something out of nothing. Same with you, Bruno, because that's just how we play against these top sides. We play it off individual brilliance, really, going forward, rather than a clear game plan. And then Cavani up top, like I said, Martial, if he's not fully fit, I wouldn't play him. Greenwood, I wouldn't say you can start him in this game. So that only leaves Edinson Cavani to play, so I would play Cavani. However, I think this is how Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will line up. I think he will go with Victor Lindelof over Bailly, and I think he will go McTominay and Fred rather than Matic. I just think that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants to play deep in this game. He thinks Lindelof and Maguire are better defenders than Eric Bailly, which I can kind of understand, and I don't think he cares about playing a high line in this one. Whereas with McTominay and Fred, we've seen him go back to this midfield too so often this season. Don't be surprised when he goes back to it again. This is his first midfield two against the top sides. It's defensive, yes, but for Ollie, it works because it keeps him a clean sheet 99% of the time. Anyway, just about the game. It's not going to be an easy one, and I think we all know that. They are top of the league for a reason. They are fantastic, Manchester City. A draw in this game is not a bad result. I want to see us actually play football. If we get a draw and we play defensively like we normally do, I'll take it. But as a club that wants to be hitting where Manchester City are, it's not good enough just to be sitting back defending. Look at Liverpool when they played Man City. Yes, they got torn apart, but that's because they played how they play every week. They went, you know what? We might have injury problems. We might have no good centre backs at the moment. But we're going to play our way and see if it betters them. That's how I want Manchester United to play. I don't want us to, we're playing Chelsea this week, we're playing Man City. Look, we have to go 5 at the back. We have to get everyone back. That's not the way I want to see my Manchester United team play. If it gets us a result on today, fantastic. But I fear that the more we keep doing it, the chances of us stop doing it decreases, obviously. And that's not what I want to see. But it's all about getting the 3 points or getting anything from this game. And I think it's going to be hard, but I think we might just do it. I think we're a quality side. And while Man City are very, very good, we've shown against the top sides we can shut up shop and we can just defend for our lives. And I think we're going to do that again today. And I think this will end as a 0-0 draw. However, I could actually see it going 1-0 either way. But I'm going to go for a 0-0 draw. Anyway, if you have enjoyed, please do hit the like button below. And subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. Please do tune into the watch along. The details of that are on my side. And please do make sure you turn the notification bell on. And subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. That really does help. And get in the comments down below what your prediction for today's match is. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time in a bit. Peace.